Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bastion YGO here, and today I'm coming at you with my Monday market watch for you guys. Happy Monday, happy Monday. We are officially a week, more or less. What day is it today? We're a week and a half into June. Oh my God, time is flying by. It's almost 2024, guys. That is crazy. But today we are going to be looking at some of the cars that have been fluctuating in price. Now, this is a very weird format, let me tell you guys, just straight off the bat, because every single deck out there is topping, which is why I'm certain that we're not seeing any type of crazy price spikes, anything like that. But I still want to go ahead and make sure you guys are aware of what is going on in the market. So first things first, guys, I do want to go ahead and touch on Vanquish. So Vanquish was thought to be initially one of the better decks of the format, and rightfully so is one of the better decks of the format, being very capable of competing against top decks like Kashtira, top decks like Sprite, top decks like, you know, pretty much everything that you consider meta, labyrinth, everything like that. This deck can compete against it and then some as well. The only issue is with this deck is that it doesn't put itself in a position where it's that much better than any other deck out there, to the point where it deserves a higher price point, which I think is affecting the price of all these cards right now. Essentially, if this deck was just a little bit better results, I think the prices should be higher for right now. While it is still an expensive deck, it just has so many ultra rares that it essentially is going to bring down the value of all the ultra rares, if you guys get what I'm saying. It's different when you have a deck like, I'm going to go back to this because this was probably the wildest price spikes that I ever saw initially when a deck first came out, like when Zodiac or True Draco first came out way back in 2017, 2018. I mean, I think Dryden's were $100 each. You had your, I don't even have to go that far. Even Kashtira came out, right? You had your field spells that were wild expensive. You had your Fenrirs that were like $60 at the time. Well, they started off at 30, and then I think it was Darkwing Blast came out, and then all the cards skyrocketed in price, because you knew it was going to be the best deck of the format, undoubtedly unmatched. Because every single deck that is currently being played right now in the meta is so balanced, I want to say, that each and every single deck that you play has an ability to type. I just think it's not going to be good for inflation of prices, but it's going to be good for us in case we want to go ahead and pick up these cards, which is exactly the point here. So I'm pretty sure you can pick up this entire deck. I mean, really, realistically, only Raisin and maybe Mad Love are 3-ofs, because essentially, like, even the Kaiser, which is a $4 or $5 card, is like a 1 or a 2-of, and it's definitely not a 3-of because that'd be too cloggy. You can pick up the entire deck for roughly around like $250, which for a top tier deck in Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty good. But there's so many other decks you can also pick up there, guys, that are just so much less expensive. You can pick up Sky Striker for a fraction of the cost. You can pick up Sword Soul for a fraction of the cost. You can pick up apparently Sharks. Just topped a regional. That didn't see that one coming. We have Manadium that topped a regional as well, and that one we're gonna check out in just a little bit, guys. But of course, the other deck that came out of Wild Survivors that was also quote-unquote getting hyped was going to be the Nuvolus Archetypes. Really, it was just a meme to be able to sell Hungry Burger, which we got a collector's rare version of, I believe, so that's a lot of fun. But, I mean, the deck is like cents on the dollar, guys. So if you guys are looking for a fun budget deck, this is probably going to be one of the best ones to pick up. Ground Xeno has, I think, found its place. I think originally when it came out, it was like $26, and they shot up to like $40. Now it's settling for $30. Ground Xeno is an impressive card for the dinosaur strategy. I have not seen it in the results so far when it comes to actually topping regionals, but again, the deck is still very brand new. I think it's still deciding what's the best build for Dino is going to be. I still have very high hopes for the dinosaur strategy, but again, the first full weekend that the deck's actually been released with the Ground Xeno support and the, what's it called, the Meteorius, T-Rex Meteorius or Xeno Meteorius, that's the name, I'm pretty sure, the super rare, and we just need to give it a little bit more time for people to fully understand it. But I think I still believe Dinosaur is going to be one of the best decks of the format, guaranteed. But back to what I was saying earlier, guys, Manadium actually is starting to do very, very well with a lot less toxicity in the format, essentially, with the Mind Hacker being all over the place, blocking zones. I cannot get that out of me, guys. So without that, blocking zones and everything has opened up so many different strategies to come back and play. Vanadium is going to be one of them, with Vanadium Reamheart being Reamheart, I should say, leading the pack at only around $11-12. You see the price back here was around a $5 card. Now it's $11 to $12 card, but really it's the only card out of the entire strategy that is actually worth any value. The other cards are 45 cents, 1 cent, 2 cents. You know, it's very affordable deck, except for Visastar Frost, which has continuously over the past year just gone up and up and up in value as we get more and more lore and more support and things like that. Honestly, and then we got even new support announced. I think it's the Pendulum version of this guy, and honestly, this being said, I don't think we're ever going to stop getting Visastar Frost support, because now it's literally everywhere. I don't know what else they could make out of it, but I'm sure they'll find something, and it's actually ridiculous. But it's now clocking in around $30 to $35 per copy for the Visastar Frost, which is a mandatory card if you're going to play the Vanadium strategy. I'm not sure if it's going to be a 2 or a 3 of 3. I think it might be a little too cloggy for. I'm not really too familiar with the Vanadium strategy, but it is going to be a necessary card, putting you at least $60 to $65 in the hole. So it's something you gotta keep an eye out for if this is something that you are going to look to play moving forward. But it is a deck that has topped regionals in this past weekend, so if you guys want to check out those deck profiles, they're all over YouTube. If you guys want me to react to those deck profiles, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll get that out to you guys. But next on our list, guys, we have the Gold Prize strategy. Very affordable deck again as well. I believe it's TCG exclusive archetype. I'm not too sure. I kind of forgot about that one. But Gold Pride has also been showing that it can do very well. One of their guys here in San Antonio just went to the Houston Regional, Brandon Bain. Brandon, if you're watching, congratulations out to you, bud. But he absolutely destroyed everybody playing Gold Pride. I think he's playing Gold Pride for a little bit here and there. If you guys have not checked out the channel, Top Deck Scrubs, one of the best, I guess, YouTubers here in San Antonio. He's always following him. Brandon consistently is on there. I mean, one of the best duelists here in San Antonio. But he took Gold Pride, got top 8 in Houston. Honestly, Gold Pride, I think, is a deck that not many people actually understand how to play it, what it does. It's kind of similar, I would say, to Plunder Patrol in the way that you have your riders and then you have your race cars, whereas in Plunder Patrol, of course, you have your pirate and then you have your ship. So I do like that concept of the strategy, but overall it just seems like a deck that's slightly too complex for a lot of people to pick up. It's kind of like Rika Sun Avalon, where it's a little bit too complex for a lot of people to really want to understand the strategy, but when it goes off and people just don't know what it does, when to hit it, or just don't practice against it, just don't see it coming. And I think that is a huge advantage for the Gold Prize strategy. Also an extremely budget option here as well, so for you budget players that like a more combo based strategy, like to see, and like shiny cardboard as well, because these are all a bunch of secrets and ultra rares going for like $6, $2 as well. This is definitely going to be one of the better decks for you. Going back to what I said again at the beginning of the video, Sharks actually topped a regional, which is concerning for 2 reasons. One, it's Sharks, and 2, it really just proves that literally anything can top. Literally anything. I'm not gonna go back to saying that I'm gonna top with Trickstar. Okay. I've realized my mistake, and that's not gonna happen. But if Sharks can do it, and don't get me wrong, Sharks is a very strong deck if it is able to set up your Stealth Kraken. You're able to set up multiple, I think 2 maybe 3 totally awesome boards. I mean, this actually can be really crazy and scary to go up against, but it really matters how good the pilot is getting this out on the board as soon as possible. Again, this is going to be one of those decks that is extremely budget friendly. I'm pretty sure you can pick up the entire deck for like 30-40 bucks and take it to locals again and regionals, and it clearly tops. So again, the meta is so wide open, it's actually ridiculous. It's super ridiculous, and honestly, I think what's going to be a deciding factor to be what the best deck is going to be is really just going to come down to consistency, guys. Consistency is going to be key, and if your deck is more consistent than your opponent's, you will win. At least that is what I believe right now from the bottom of my heart. My achy breaky heart. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go to the Bystials, guys. Bystials are back in the format, of course, with Dragon Link running rampant, Sky Striker trying to be relevant again. Again, I was on the bandwagon. I kind of hopped out for a little bit. I'm trying something else. We'll see what happens. If you guys see a deck profile from me later on in this week, you guys will see what it is. But Bystials are essential in this format. With there being so many strategies out there, you really want to make sure you pick and choose what are going to be the best counters for a broad number of situations, right? Bestials are going to be a really good one because there's a lot of light and dark cards monsters out there. A lot of them are going to be top tier cards, right? Let's be real, I think light and dark has the most support out of all the attributes, so it's more likely than not you're going to run into these situations where bestials are going to be extremely clutch, and all bestials across the board are going to be really good for you in that matter as well. Specifically bestial Mahamut coming in at around $18 a copy right now. All the other bestials are extremely affordable, guys. I'm pretty sure it should be right over here. Yeah, all the other bestials are extremely affordable. $4 for Druid's Worm. It's not like back before where bestial Mahamut was like $30 and it was actually ridiculous, but it's extremely affordable for the other ones as well, which makes it a lot easier to obtain. Now, a card that has gone up actually since I refreshed the page is the Bestial Lubellion, which was going for like $65, and now it's shot up to $72, $73. So I think people are starting to see the deck profiles. So if you're playing Dragon Link, this is a card you're gonna need at least 2 to 3 of. I would say 3 of. Again, I'm not too familiar with Dragon Link, but I'm pretty sure you play this at 3. I probably sound really stupid to a lot of people right now, but it is what it is, you know? So Bestial Rebellion is definitely going to be a 3-up. Don't buy it for $150. That's actually ridiculous, but it is gone up in price within the last 5 minutes ever since I refreshed the page. So it is something to keep in mind. It went up $8 in like 2 minutes. So when you guys see this, this might be even up even higher, but we'll see when the time comes. Access code talker, I just want to go ahead and point this out, that the secret rare out of Battles of Legends Crystal's Revenge is the exact same price as the premium gold. I have a premium gold version, so if you guys want to go ahead and hit me up, if you're in the San Antonio area and you want to go ahead and trade your secret rare Access code talker for a gold rare, very pristine, I would be happy to meet up. Anyway, the last card we're going to go ahead and check out, guys, is going to be Kashtira. I mean, when it comes to consistency, this is kind of on the iffy side, but it's more consistent than most decks, number one. Number two, the consistency factor leads to it being one of the more oppressive decks in the format. If you want to play the more trap heavy version with preparations, that's definitely fine and dandy. If you want to play the more spell heavy version, playing enemy controller and other cards like that, of course D-Shifter is going to be a staple in this deck, which immediately counters all the rogue strategies and all the other types of decks out there. So obviously it has an extremely good matchup against most strategies as well. It's going for around $30, $35. I want to say, I mean, the ultimate rare does go for around $50, $55. So for another like $15 more, you can upgrade to an ultimate rare. So I mean, I picked up ultras. Kind of wish I would have gotten the ultimate rares, but it is what it is. I already got them. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, guys, Kashtira, of course, is still going to be the best deck of the format. Still, I am strongly believing that, even with Vanquish still coming into the format. Again, the meta right now is so broad, it's so difficult to just pick out one, and with Arise Heart still in the meta, it pretty much gives you a free macro Cosmos, which deals with 90% of the roguish decks that are trying to be meta here and there, and that's why I believe Kashtira is just going to be the best deck now moving forward. But without further ado, guys, that is going to be it for the market watch for today. Of course, we see a lot of cards fluctuating, going up, going down. I think the biggest jump so far was a 100% increase from the Manadium card, the Maranium Ream Heart. So if you guys have any cards that I may have missed, please make sure you put them in the comment section down below. Let's have a conversation. What do you guys think is going to be the best deck of this upcoming format? Am I not giving dinosaurs enough time? Am I giving Vanquish too much time? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's talk about it. But without further ado, make sure you guys spread love and peace. And I'll see you guys in the next one.